Okay, I'm back. Y'all, that was good. I had to put it on my altar. I was like, you know what? I just need to dedicate time. The Taurus in me couldn't, like, I had to dedicate time to that. Yeah, so I just, now that I've gotten some food in my system, we're about to go really deep on what I've just been rambling about. So I'm gonna pause real quick. Okay, so my type. So that for the empaths and energetic healers, for the spiritualists out there, when you talk about type, it's easy to kind of understand your type on an energetic level other than a physical level. So instead of saying like, oh, my type is chocolate milk drop from the sky with like kind of like a flatter face, or like a nice defined like sculptural face, like big sculptor hands, and I like a guy. It's hard to get more descriptive than that. Yeah. And I like a guy who's got a little bit of meat on him, but dad bods are like lean fit, right? But if I say like a spiritual level, I like a guy I usually gravitate towards blues and purple energies, but I have been known to like shift into some yellows every once in a while. But blues and purples, that air. I want to say like energy or electricity, which is so like that's fresh. That's a fresh influence. But air, I like my air signs. Fellow earth signs as well. Fire, water. I mean, what can I say? You know? Everybody's different. Everybody's a rainbow, and you should be the 13th element or the 13th sign, and not 12. Anyway. So recognizing your sign can be something as simple as the physical attributes, or I recommend going deeper. It can be the spiritual and like the energetic signatures that you recognize in the people that you dated in the past. And so once I recognized that type, I really started to ask myself what the type that I have for a man says about me. So if I like a masculine man, what does that say about me? That I'm more comfortable in my feminine energy. What does that also say about me? Well, in my, like, I've gone and looked at my human design, my natal chart, my numerology. And so in those things, I've noticed that even though I have so many feminine attributes, I also have masculine attributes. And so I had to ask myself, is me seeking masculine counterparts a reflection of me running away from the masculine attributes of myself? And will I still be able to express those things? Because I love to express those things. The Taurus in me, the structured like bull in me, you know, I love to express those things. So am I still able to express those things in pursuing the counterparts that I am pursuing? And once I really broke through how my personal feminine and masculine balance, like my personal ratio has been adding up, and my personal healing journey has been adding up to the healing journeys of those who I've been attracting and their ratios of masculine and femininity, I realized that I was running away from the masculine side of myself whenever I got into relationships. And that's not something I want to do anymore, because it's unhealthy for me to not be able to fully be in balance when I'm with someone else. When you're with someone, let's say you're 50, that's a terrible example. Let's say you're 60% feminine, 40% masculine, right? It could go for men and women. 40. All right, because third chakra is like, throw that out the window. Okay, in society, there's this narrative that everything should be 50-50. 50 masculine, 50 feminine. One person's the masculine, one person's the feminine. And each person should be 100% on their own, right? And then they come together. And because one person's 100% feminine, one person's 100% masculine, they carry half each. They each carry half of the yin yang. This is making sense. Stay with me. They each carry half the yin yang. When they come together, then they complete each other, right? You complete me. You are the masculine that I don't have. You are the feminine that I don't have, right? But that's not realistic. that's not real. Like, nobody is 100% masculine and no feminine. Because if a man came and they were 100% masculine and no feminine, they would have no intuition, they would have no patience, they would have no, they wouldn't be as spiritually connected, they wouldn't be as amiable or acclimated or gentle or mothering. And men can be mothering too. If you ever seen a man rock a baby to sleep or get that baby a bottle or throw the baby, that's fatherhood. Throw the baby up in the air. But everyone has balance. Females can be, you know, aggressive or sort of, and I know these are kind of like stereotypical attributes or characteristics, but they are just words that can be used to describe yin and yang. Yin and yang. Milk and honey. Builder and her web. What the creativity, the intuition, the womb space, life, the spiritual life, and the physical reflection of that spiritual essence. Like, and everything comes together, but everything is always in balance in every single person. And so once I realized how the ratio of my femininity and masculinity and how that balances out in different parts of myself, I was able to say, okay, how am I running away from that? Or how am I not fulfilling that part of myself when I'm in relationships? And what type do I need to be more open to? Or what type do I need to be less drawn to and less focused on pursuing and attracting in order to continue that balance? So if I know that because in the past I really neglected, and I feel like I'm just digging in on this, but in the past I really neglected a part of myself. So this getting a new type, or not being so focused on the past, the energies of past lovers, my exes, it's not even as simple as that. I was so focused on this energy, whatever. When I pictured my husband, I would picture him I would picture something that I had already conquered. And because I've already conquered that, it's wow, I can't believe I've been picturing this one ideal of a man, knowing that millions of other ideals were out there and just thinking that they were unattainable to me for some reason. And now that I've realized that I was just so focused on A, and I could literally have any other letter in the alphabet and be able to see if that could work, and see if other crowns, if other kings could fit into the mold of the kingdom that I'm trying to build. Once I realized, I was I've been wilding. And how dare I not let these kings try the throne while I sit in my seat and look pretty. With class. I didn't say I was gonna be out in these streets, but a girl does need to eat. That sounded so terrible. But in the most wholesome way. I'm not finessing men, but that doesn't mean I'm not really one to go on dates. So now I'm I'm not hating on men anymore. And I didn't hate men, I just didn't trust them, and now I'm trusting them. And in trusting them, I'm accepting opportunities instead of self-sabotaging and neglecting and rejecting opportunities because I don't think that it's going to work out, because I'm so used to one type of man and assuming that the man that I'm attracting is the man that's going to be the same, because I wasn't open to new men. And because I wasn't open to new men, I was attracting the same. And now that I'm not attracting the same because I am open to new men are coming in, and I'm not assuming that they're the same as the past men. And so I'm able to have new experiences with new energies and new types, and I'm able to be open with that. If you're on the same line that I'm on right now, then you'll understand what I'm talking about. And if you're not and it's not resonating, then I'm sorry. But I'm about to pull cards based on this exact energy. So if it's ringing, then stay. And if it's not, then see you in the next video. You guys need to respect yourself more and or respect others and respect this practice. The practice of uniting with another person. I haven't even pulled a card yet, but I saw the Nine of Bows in my mind's eye. So respecting the practice of courtship. And that's also what I'm learning, so thank you, Spirit. But respecting the practice of courtship and respecting the practice of taking your time and being gentle and patient with the relationships and the connections that you're building. Just because something is new and it's going well, it doesn't mean that it needs to go as fast as like you've gone in the past. And not to say that you've gone fast in the past, but like just because something is new and good doesn't mean that it's something that it has to happen like right now. If you meet your husband at a Starbucks, you're not gonna get married the next day. Like some of y'all may if you are out there wilding like that, but a lot of us are going to be like kingdom marriage things. But anyway, a lot of us are going to be in courtship, like protecting the cookie, protecting the goodies, but getting to know them and allowing that excitement to build over time, allowing the relationship to be nurtured over time, and respecting ourselves enough to nurture and have a slow build up, so that when the time comes for like the divine union and marriage and all those things, it can be something that was earned and not something that was rushed. That way the foundation has been kept clean and has been built strong and hasn't been something that was built quickly. Anyway, the first cup is the Ace of Vessels in reverse. And we'll see why that is because of what I just said. But it is either a blockage, or it's the opportunity not coming in soon or fast, or the rejection of an opportunity. But I'm getting more of like opportunity not coming in fast because you're not willing to celebrate the losses as a win. And this is being protected by ancestors and spirit guides. It's just really important to understand. There it is. Sorry. The Nine of Bows. Yeah, but it's just really important to understand how your perspective of your outer surroundings influences your ability to express yourself, and understand how your inner knowledge, your inner understanding, how your understanding of your own soul, of your own self, reflects in your outward expression of your emotions. The more you understand your soul, the more you understand your own energy, the more you understand your own divine masculine, your own divine feminine, the more you'll be able to express that intuitively and express who you are and express your light and shine with others. The more you'll be able to share your light, share your glow, share what you were meant to do, share who you were meant to be in these counterpart relationships and in these relationships with other people on multiple levels. But if you're not able to really see yourself, then you're gonna have a lot of trouble expressing yourself, communicating effectively, having kinds of conversations that help other people understand how to heal themselves by just talking to you, like just by being with you. They're like healing and understanding themselves. Man, comment down below when you get this video, because I know it's gonna take a second because algorithm things and this channel is growing, but I just can feel it when I speak a good word, and this is a good one. Bottom of the deck is balance. I was just talking about balance of masculine and feminine. This whole video I was talking about that, how that influences your relationships. So first, Ace of Cups in reverse. Second, Four of Wands in reverse. Come on, baby, come on. Third, the Ancestor. Fourth, the Seer in reverse. the Page of Cups in reverse, and then the Nine of Bows. And this is the Wildwood Tarot. I think that's it. I haven't done charms in a hot minute. Ooh. It was an accident, but the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, let's get some advice. It's gonna be 3 cards. Why? Yeah, this new opportunity that comes in when you're grounded in your own create Shakti, SHAKTI. When you're grounded in your own creative energy and you have an abundance that comes from within, then that's when this new opportunity. 2 of Cups. I cut the deck and it came out, and then I cut the deck, the 2 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, the 9 of Cups, or it could have been the 9 of Pentacles, one or the other, and the King of Swords in reverse, but I haven't really gotten to that part yet, and the Ace of Cups. So when you're grounded in your own creative energy and the abundance comes from within, that is, and you are just like in that is when this opportunity is going to come in, and there's going to be a call to be patient with the divine masculine energy. Queen of Wands coming out again. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah. Walk away from the smaller, like whatever your type is right now. Look, unless your type, and when I say your type, if you're caught up on an ex, don't even act like that ex is like your type. If you're caught up on an ex, just be truthful. Don't be like, I'm caught up on my type. Be like, I'm caught up on my ex. Okay? But if you're caught up on your ex, and walk away. Yeah. Because they're your ex for a reason. And if they're really the one, then when you walk away, they're gonna come get you. No matter how long it takes. But if you sit there on the sidelines, on the bench, watching your ex play the game of life, running through people, why are you on the bench? You are not a bench player. You weren't made to sit and watch others play. You're not a bench warmer. Like, sorry, boo. Queens coach. Queens may sit on the throne, but they are not bench players. Okay? Unless you own the stadium, then you can sit on the bench. But even then, you're not gonna be owning the stadium and then like waiting for your players to like come by the building with you. Like, they're too busy playing the game. Anyway, back to the story. If you're caught up on something, like you're caught up on the idea of getting a repackaged, newer version of an old type that you already have, then it's time to walk away and walk into a more authentic expression of yourself and ask yourself why you're holding on to that type. Because a relationship, like a type of person is gonna get you a type of relationship. And if the types of relationships that you have been getting into aren't the types of relationships that you wanna be married in, like honestly, truthfully 100% with yourself, like when you think back, is this healthy for me? If it's not a healthy relationship that you would get married in and be in for the rest of your life, then that type of relationship that was based on that type of person isn't something that you should be holding on to. You should be walking into something better. Only thing you should be holding on to is your own authenticity, your own energy. And be careful not to be too hasty or too like withdrawn, or too manipulative in the sense of like showing up but holding yourself back. When you get into these new type relationships, just take your time. Just take your time, because you're gonna be around energies that you like have either seen before but never interacted before. But some of you guys are gonna be around energies that you have never like even seen before, and you're like, how? What is happening right now? What's happening right now? They're paying for my meals. She paid for my meal. He paid for my meal. Got me something on Valentine's and we just met 2 days ago. Like, and say some. Anyway, even if the past was the best relationship, I'm getting my charms. Even if the past was the best relationship ever, like, to be stuck on an ex, like I said, is just to watch them play the game that you could be playing and winning and being a bench warmer. Sorry. If they're really that great, if they're really that awesome, then as you move forward, they're going to be moving forward too. And you're not really leaving them behind. You're just moving forward without paying attention to them. Like, you're not really, okay, just because, if you've ever seen horses run a race, right? The horse has like blinders on its eyes ahead of them. Like, it can only see like this, right? Okay, so you know what I mean. It can see like this. So even though it can't see its rider and it can't see the people behind it, it knows like to keep moving forward, you gotta keep going like straight down the line. Be like that, like focus forward. Don't focus on if whoever's sitting on your back is sitting on your back pretty, unless you got kids, you know. But like, don't focus on if your rider is gonna be okay. Don't focus on who's in the stalls next to you. Like, just run the race. And if that person that you're scared of leaving behind is really the person for you, then when you get to the end of the race, when you get to the end of the finish line and you take those blinders off, they're gonna be right there. And if they're not right there, then they weren't meant to be. I had to turn it so that it could be on the camera, but it was on the number 6 when I took it out. Positivity. Stay positive. We got positivity. No, it doesn't want to focus. Okay, what says positivity? We have a guitar for rock stars. Hey, you know that character with the guitar in the Spider-Verse, the new Spider-Verse movie? The British guy. I'd be shredding guitar in my dreams, y'all. Things are closer than they seem. Dream. I was just talking about my dreams. Your dreams are significant. Hit it with that. Your dreams are significant. I want to make a parody channel about tarot readers one day. But dream big. Literally dream. And be careful what you dream about, because this is like giving me Disney vibes a little bit. Not like 100. Like, a part of it's like, yeah, your dreams are significant and like, you know, dream bigger than what you're used to. But also be careful what you dream. Be careful that like the person that you think of when you think of your divine masculine, when you think of your divine feminine, be careful that there's someone that you actually want, and that they're not just an illusion that you've crafted for yourself based on only focusing on the positive memories of them. Like, love your dream for the positive and the negative. Love your dream for like the realness of it and for the facade, because when you wake up one morning 10 years from now, you're gonna want to be happy that you dreamt the life that you have into existence, and you don't want to wake up 10 years from now and think, man, I know this was my dream, but like, I wish that this, I wish that that. I know I dreamt of living on a farm one day, but I wish I didn't have to work so hard all the time for a sandwich. Like, I wish I didn't have to live somewhere where it's so freaking hot outside all day. Like, if you don't, like, I love the heat, like, but also, if my AC breaks, I want to be okay. Like, I know I wanted to live out in the middle of nowhere, but I wish I was able to like have more friends. Like, I wish I wasn't a safer middle of nowhere. Like, make sure that the dreams that you have also, I want to say are feasible, but I don't want to like discourage you from your dreams. But just make sure that the dreams that you have, like, that you're really thinking through it. Not too much. Not too much. But for some of you guys, like something that you thought you left behind, or like that you thought you had to leave behind. Like, I heard crying and shit. Something that you thought you had to leave behind. Like, got all this bottled up anger, bottled up resentment, and y'all just standing out here with the key in your back seat, to how to let it go. Just chilling. Ain't nothing but a thing. It's not like there's that much anger, resentment, pain, healing that it needs to get done. I'll get to it when I get to it. And also that's what it is, to realize, to reflect and realize things based on those reflections, and ask yourself if the race that you're running is the race that you want to be in. As for me and my own, we focusing forward. Okay, I'm gonna get my salad and eat it for a second, and then I think that's gonna be it for this video, because I think it's getting long. Like, I don't know how long I've been recording, but I know it's been at least a minute, because I just did a reading. It was a mini reading, but I did just read. It usually takes some time.